Welcome to our channel. Did you know Natalie Portman took a break from acting after Star Wars prequels because critics said she couldn't act? Natalie Portman stepped back from acting after Star Wars Backlash, as critics claimed she couldn't act. Hollywood even turned its back on her. After The Phantom Menace hit theaters in 1999, it was supposed to be a return to the galaxy far away that would satisfy fans waiting nearly 2 decades for more Star Wars content. However, the film's reception wasn't exactly stellar, and the 2 sequels didn't fare much better. Natalie Portman, who played Padmé Amidala, found herself in the spotlight not just for her role, but for the harsh criticism of her acting. Despite being the only major female lead in the trilogy, the backlash was hard to escape. At just 16 years old, Portman struggled to cope with the critiques of her performance, especially when many dismissed her abilities as an actress. It wasn't long before she took a step back from the industry to process it all and reevaluate her next move. Natalie Portman faced criticism after Star Wars. After the Star Wars prequels hit the big screen, Natalie Portman found herself in the middle of a storm of criticism. In an interview with Empire magazine, she opened up about how it felt to be the target of so much backlash. It was a bummer because it felt like people were so excited about new ones and then to have people feel disappointed, she admitted. Surprisingly, she didn't blame the creators or the fans. She understood that with such high anticipation, it was almost impossible to meet everyone's expectations. It was hard, Portman said, acknowledging how tough it was at the time, especially given her young age. When something has that much anticipation, it can almost only disappoint. And disappoint it did. Everything from the acting to the CGI and storylines got picked apart by fans. Yet, with time, the prequels have experienced a bit of a renaissance. Portman herself noted, with the perspective of time, it's been re-evaluated by a lot of people who actually really love them now. There's a very avid group of people who think they're the best ones now. It's true. While many fans felt let down initially, there's a new wave of Star Wars lovers who are starting to appreciate the prequels for what they are. Whether it's the nostalgia, the rise of memes, or just a shift in perspective, these films have earned a loyal following. And as opinions on the later Star Wars films like The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi remain divided, the prequels are steadily gaining favor among fans who see them in a new light. As for Portman, she may have faced the brunt of the criticism back then, but her career since then has been nothing short of spectacular. From her iconic role in Lion, the professional, to snagging an Oscar for Black Swan, Portman proved that the prequels didn't define her. It's safe to say that today her legacy is far more impressive than any online comment section from the late 90s or early 2000s. Natalie Portman got rejected by Hollywood after Star Wars. After the Star Wars prequels soared at the box office, Natalie Portman faced an unexpected fallout. Despite being in one of the highest-grossing franchises of all time, Portman was still rejected by Hollywood. "Everyone thought I was a horrible actress," she revealed to New York Magazine. I was in the biggest grossing movie of the decade, and no director wanted to work with me. It seems absurd now, but at the time Hollywood didn't see her as the talented star she was. Instead, they focused on the criticisms of Star Wars, from the stiff dialogue to the wooden performances. Unfortunately, Portman's portrayal of Padmé Amidala became a prime target for that backlash. Despite global recognition, directors shied away from casting her in more serious roles, fearing that she couldn't carry a film without the Star Wars brand backing her up. For someone who had already earned critical praise for Lion, The Professional, and was a rising star, it was a crushing blow. The very movie that made her famous now seemed like a career albatross. Thankfully, Portman's resilience paid off, and soon enough, she was back on track with standout roles that silenced any lingering doubts. But Hollywood didn't know what they had in her for a while.